Hello, it's Diana Marchand from dianamarchand.com, and I help women lead healthy, happy lives full of passion and purpose. And welcome to this video that I am doing in a coffee shop that I go to some mornings. So what this video is really about is I'm going to talk about what is really required. So what is really required when you want to make some sort of a change in your life? When I decided that I wanted to lose the weight and begin to really feel better, when I was going through the perimenopause, and I was going through those wicked symptoms, and I was gaining weight, and what used to work doesn't work, it didn't work anymore. That really led me, like if there's something wrong, like if I'm not feeling well or something's not right, I read and research and I find out, okay, what could it be? What could be the cause? And what can I do about it? Of course, if there's any horrible physical symptoms, that definitely go get checked out by your doctor. And I did. I did too. I know I don't. I kind of bash doctors sometimes, but I truly did go get tons of things done, checked out. And I also went to a naturopath. I was dealing with adrenal fatigue. I was exhausted. So I got that dealt with supplements. Got some blood work done. And so I really took care of okay, I'm fine. There's nothing serious wrong with me. So then, of course, you're going, well, what is wrong with me? Why do I have these symptoms? Why am I gaining the weight? Nothing's working. And of course, so when I read and researched and I found out, oh, it's the hormonal change in my body. And I was working out and doing that. So I thought, okay, it's the food. So I really took the time to read, research, study, and figured out that, okay, if I got rid of like the heavier starches, because that's what tends to put on the weight, right? The imbalance of the blood sugar levels. And even though I wasn't really eating a lot of meat or any meat, I would eat heavy starches a lot. I loved my rice, I loved my beans, I loved my lentils. And so I got rid of those. Got rid of the breads, even the gluten-free stuff. I got rid of crackers that I loved. I learned some raw food recipes, it's really important to bring in the foods that you love so you have something to replace the other foods with that you're trying to let go of. But also what's really required, the most important thing, is a change in your mindset. Is deciding that you are going to do really what it takes for you to do whatever you want to accomplish. So whether it's lose the weight, whether it's learning something new, whether it's about changing job, whether it's quitting your job and pursuing a passion you really love, whether it's looking for a new relationship, whatever it is, it really requires the mindset. Now, what made me think about this is because right now it's actually kind of light snow outside, which I really hate. But so the physical environment can be whatever it may be, right? But if we don't handle it with the right mindset, if we don't get our head on straight, if we don't think more positive, think about what can we do instead about, oh my God, think about all the bad things that are going on or that we're not happy with. So you really have to focus on what can I do? What are some steps that I can take? What do I have to do? What are some things I can do? So don't waste time like feeling sorry for yourself and sitting in a big lump on the couch and covered with a blanket and eating fatty foods, which I definitely felt like doing last night. But that's not going to solve anything. And if you need to do that for a short period of time, then we all do sometimes. So go for it. But get yourself back up. Decide what you need to do. Decide what you're going to do. If you need to journal, if you need to write, if you need to talk it through with a friend, how important is what you want to you? So for example, if you're really not feeling comfortable with the extra weight you put on, how important is it to you? How bad does that make you feel? What do you think your life could be like when you do release it, when you figure out how you can get rid of it? Like how powerful will you feel when you do something like that? When we take control of a situation, when we find solutions, when we focus on the solution, when we take steps towards that solution, wow, it makes you feel so much more powerful. It builds your confidence. You stand taller, you smile more because it's like I'm taking control. I'm doing something to make my life better. That's really what's required. It's required a commitment to say, I'm going to do it. It's required each time your ego wants to come back and say, no, stay where you are. Just feel sorry for yourself, you poor thing. That requires you to do some talking to yourself, some tough love. Tell yourself to shut up. Tell yourself you don't need to listen to that anymore. Tell yourself to stop being such a baby. This is what I say to myself. I say, I'm so sick of hearing this. I'm so sick of you getting stuck like this and not taking any action and procrastinating. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it, Diana. What can you do? What can you do? And do it now. So that's my message for you today. And make sure to join my Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives with Passion and Purpose, because I do put up a lot of free training up there. I'm putting up these videos all the time. I'm putting up other motivational things, recipe videos. Remember, it's about the mindset too, but it's also about having the proper foods, right? Like really knowing what works for you, having the delicious foods so you don't miss the other stuff you're trying to let go. It's about bringing in a whole bunch of good and healthy. So for your food, you're bringing in the good, the healthy, the positive. For your mindset, you're bringing and focusing on the good, the healthy, the positive. Same thing. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye.